Barca had barely returned to training when, before the grass had dried, the biggest upset of the preseason occurred. Ter Stegen dropped to third choice in goal. Fans who blinked literally missed the scene where the German idol left the meeting room with his head down, clutching his gloves as if they were extra weights attached to his hands. You blinked. Hansi Flick shuffled the tactical board and put Joan Garcia and Szczesny ahead of the German, opening a hole in the hearts of the fans who swore, "Eternal loyalty to the old wall of Catalonia." Who would have thought the new manager would be so direct? And don't worry, the bombshell doesn't stop there, because while the goal controversy was exploding, the football department was already preparing another bombshell to drop on the Spanish press. All on the same day, in the same complex, with cameras patrolling every
Did you like the video? Then leave a big like, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell so you don't miss any action from this insane season of our reel. Come be part of the merengue family and take the cry of Hala Madrid even further.
exit door. Is this a coincidence or a calculated plot to shake up the preseason? Marcus Rashford, the same man who terrorized English defenses with his lightning-fast runs, has been given the green light to wear the Blaugrana this summer. The news hit like a smoke grenade, obscuring part of Ter Stegen's drama and diverting attention to the attacking wing. Yes, the Englishman agreed to take a staggering 40% pay cut just to play at Camp Nou, demonstrating that sometimes dreams and ambition are worth more than zeros on a paycheck. In times of financial fair play, a gesture like this brings smiles even to the accounting department. Did you breathe? Then hold back your excitement, because the backstage area is on fire right now, and every footstep echoes through the corridors of Ciutat Esportiva as if it were a Champions League final. Cameras are everywhere, journalists are running, staff are trying to hide contract sheets with little blue folders. Stay until the end, fan, because every detail changes Barca's future. And, let's be honest, it can also change your mood next Monday. If there's a soap opera, we're the columnists who narrate it chapter by chapter, complete with plot twists worthy of a streaming series. Block 2. Introduction. Hello, Culé Nation.
Did you like the video? Then leave a big like, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell so you don't miss any action from this insane season of our reel. Come be part of the merengue family and take the cry of Hala Madrid even further.
I'm your name, and I arrive with my heart racing and the microphone practically jumping out of my hand because today we've got hot gossip and serious analysis all in one line. The emotion thermometer here is always in the red. If you enjoy breaking Barca news, hit like right now. That click doesn't just fall off your finger, but it pushes your channel up the algorithm. Your like lets YouTube know that Blaugrana fans are bloodthirsty and want daily content. Take advantage and subscribe, because here the algorithm doesn't surprise us. It's us who surprise the algorithm by releasing a video before the traditional press has time to revise the headline. It's a notification on your screen before the coffee even gets cold. Comment below, should Ter Stegen accept the bench or force his exit? I want to read all the opinions, emotional from the most to the most tactical. Each reading becomes fuel for the debate in the next video. By the way, who would you start in goal today? Joan Garcia, Szczesny, or Mark himself trying to turn things around? Make your top 3 in the comments and defend your point with statistics or pure passion. Anything goes. And for those who think goalkeepers don't win games, remember those miraculous saves against PSG when a point-blank shot made headlines worldwide. If the ball had gone in that night, perhaps the club's recent history would have been different. Ready? So adjust the volume, grab the popcorn, and let's dive into the sensational news. Because if there's a bombshell, there's analysis. If there's controversy, there's emotion. And if there's Barca, there's you, me, and that crest plastered on our chests like a tattoo. Block 3. Construction of the scene. Yesterday afternoon, in a closed room at the Ciutat Esportiva, Flick and Ter Stegen sat face to face. 2 chairs, a table, and an awkward silence filled with the hum of the air conditioning. It was the kind of conversation that never ends with a happy handshake. The conversation was short, cool, and to the point. Mark, you're starting the season as the third option. It was as simple as that. No beating around the bush, no metaphors. They say they didn't even offer coffee because there was no time for pleasantries. The Germans swallowed hard.
Did you like the video? Then leave a big like, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell so you don't miss any action from this insane season of our reel. Come be part of the Merengue family and take the cry of Hala Madrid even further.
7 years of history seemed to crumble into dust in seconds. He, who had lifted trophies, become a wall in classics, and starred in video game saves, saw his untouchable status evaporate in 20 words. Outside, Joan Garcia, 24, practiced penalty kicks with a huge smile. Each successful shot felt like a stamp of approval, and he knew that from that moment on it was no longer a promise. It was a real bet. Szczesny, 35, watched everything, aware that he was becoming both a mentor and a direct rival. He has plenty of experience, but also a competitive spark that won't accept the bench without a fight. He's the kind of veteran who makes a silent noise. Sources within the boardroom assure, it's not a punishment, it's a change of cycle. We need a renewal in goal. In other words, a coldly calculated strategy, part of a plan to modernize the ball output, overhaul locker room leadership, and prepare a long-term successor. And Ter Stegen? He pledged allegiance to the badge, saying he will fight to regain his place. He believes that hard work, sweat, and patience can turn things around. Whether it works or not remains to be seen, but the Germans' tenacity has never been underestimated. Block 4. Development. Meanwhile, another story unfolds in Manchester, almost as if it were a parallel chapter in the same series. The atmosphere at Carrington is tense, with Rashford training in isolation, repeating sprints and finishes as if every kick were a way to release his anxiety. Rashford, 27, declined an extra day off offered by United to maintain fitness and demonstrate professionalism, even though he knew his heart had already crossed the English Channel to Barcelona. It's pre-season with his body at one club and his mind at another. His agent, Dwayne Maynard, opened up, Marcus will accept a salary cut of up to 40% to play for Barca. The phrase made the rounds in newspaper offices like lightning, and Catalan fans felt a mix of surprise and instant affection. Cutting almost half your salary isn't something you do every day. United are willing to offer a season-long loan, but are demanding a mandatory buyout clause in 2026, something around $50 million. A hefty sum for those dealing with a tight salary cap, but in the current market, less than the sums offered by some super agent tricks. Laporta wants to lower this amount to something more affordable, using performance bonuses. If Rashford hits goals, assists, and titles, he'll pay the difference. It's a complex negotiation, with many lawyers reviewing commas in the wee hours of the morning. Didn't hesitate. Approved. He needs a winger to mirror what he did with Koeman at Bayern, when he won the Champions League with a diagonal strike from a winger. The idea is to have Yamal on one wing, Rashford on the other, and Lewa, or Vitor Roque, in the middle. A ready-made recipe. Now the ball is in Deco's court, racing against La Liga's fair play clock to register the Englishman. Every penny has to fit within the limit, every contract needs the league's seal of approval, and even